Hello everyone, this is Pattern Assassin here, and today we'll be looking at our next Cao Wei faction, which is Cao Ren. So I'll do most of the talking in the campaign map, so let us just get into the campaign map and I'll explain from there. Alright, so we are in the campaign map and let us have a look at Cao Ren. So previously, while in the initial first few patches for alpha version of the Chibi mod, so from Chibi version 0.1 to 0.4, you will notice that you start off with the entirety of the Runan commentary. You had your Runan, the Pingyu, your Iron Mine, and the Ruin, the city as well. But now with 0.5 and in the future, you start off with just the Iron Mine, and of course the first thing that you need to do is to destroy Lei Xu, who now owns the capital of your previous land. And yeah, we'll have a look at the characters first. So currently land-wise you're just having one county, so it isn't much. And for characters you have quite a lot. You have your faction leader Cao Ren, and Cao Hong, Cao Xiu, Cao Chun, Man Chong, Lou Gui, Tian Yu, Cheng Yu, and Li Dian. So one thing I noticed about Li Dian is, if I'm not mistaken, by right, Li Dian should be with Zhang Liao, because when Sun Quan invaded Hefei, so it was Zhang Liao, Yue Jin, and Li Dian which were in the city itself. So maybe in the future patch we might see Li Dian moving away from Cao Ren, but for now he'll be here. And so your start position is actually quite, you are actually quite in an awkward position. Like you start off at war with Liu Bei, who has Nanyang, Huanxian, and Xinye. Next up, he also owns Huarong. And the next faction you are at war with is Wangzhou. And the last one will be Lei Xu, who is the remnant of the Zhong dynasty. Now the thing is, for now you are looking, if you look at Lei Xu, he's having the Yuan Shu flag. But I have already made a new flag, which is the Zhong flag for Lei Xu. So in the future patches, he'll be using the Zhong flag instead of the basic Yuan flag. Also, he'll be having a new updates for his mechanics and stuff. So we'll be covering that when the Lei Xu patch is officially here. So we might skip away Lei Xu for our who is the guy? Xiao Yuan. Yeah, supposedly I was supposed to do Xiao Yuan, but instead I went for Cao Ren, since I made up my mind that Cao Ren will be a much better faction to be introduced first. Alright, what else do we have to do? Alright, unique buildings wise, I don't think so we have any unique buildings for the moment. And alright, diplomacy. So you start off as a vassal of Cao Cao. So but you can always know who you are at war, because who Cao Cao is at war, because he's still your overlord. So you can like see a list of people who he's at war. And the very first thing you might want to do as Cao Ren is to actually look at who is your friend. Who are your friends? You have Zhang Liao and Han Sui, Ma Cao, Xiao Yuan, and all these blah blah blah, all these guys. So the first thing you might want to check after this is look at your family tree. So you notice that apart from Cao Ren, you have Cao Chun. So these are the only two family members which you have now. So if you are single, as usual, just go to Ma Cao.
很荣幸再相见。
Get a marriage. It doesn't matter who. It's just 2.6, so if they ask for some cash, just give him some cash. If you have a better ancillary, just give him the ancillary. Let's say I give him this and this. Hopefully it should be enough. Alright.
如此真叫人满意。
Alright, so we'll be finishing it. Alright, so what else? Oh yeah, the faction heir. So for Cao Ren, his position as faction leader isn't the best, but you can always try like someone like Cao Hong, which provides what Cao Hong is not the best heir. What about Cao Xiu? Plus 10 campaign movement range, plus 5% replenishment. Alright, he is quite good for your early game. That's the captain of the tiger. Alright, so this is not important. Minus 50% for one shot cavalry. And who else can we put? Mayu. Alright. Okay, so since we don't have a better heir, we know from Ma Cao that Mayu isn't the best heir. Princess of Dunhuang is not the best title for an heir position, so I think you can go for Cao Chun, especially you can go for the plus 5% replenishment rate, faction wide, and the 10% movement campaign movement range, which is quite good. And next up will be yeah. So Cao Ren has a good stat actually at the beginning of the campaign. So what did I press? No, wait, no. No, this is bullshit. I just lost the entire stack just like that. Please model, please fix your game. Please fix your game. I think we'll just restart the campaign. It's not that we can't restart. We can always do a restart. So it was a mistake that I wasn't clicking anything, but they just auto resolve something. So alright, this is awkward. This is awkward. But never mind, this will be in the video just for the lows. I don't mind actually, but I'll be going for a much more serious one. Alright, we'll just go back and look at Cao Ren again.
断则断。
Alright, we are back in the game. So it was a mistake there, and yeah, I severely regret the decision to just simply attack without any inputting of the skills. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we have 9 attack, and yeah, alright, this should be enough. And we get this. I'll just hit a few. Yeah, I'll just get their skills done first, so that I don't need to worry about what happens if I actually lost. Alright, so we have introduced your starting location, your surrounding situation. Now we'll just deal with Lei Xu first before we go into our faction mechanic, because I don't want Lei Xu to be here trying to Alright, night battle. Press the R. Just auto resolve, and we'll take down the city soon. Alright. Alright, so as a vassal of Cao Cao, you actually have an option to give the city that you conquered to your vassal lord. But you, as Cao Ren, you only start with one city, one iron mine, so take this city for yourself. It's not wrong to take the city. Alright, so now that Lunan is your capital, by right you should be able to begin trading with you can begin trade with Cao Cao and Zhang Liao. So the first thing I would want to say is trade with Cao Cao. Trade with Cao Cao, because you need the guaranteed autonomy, so that if you were to do any mistake or you somehow became too weak, there is a possibility Cao Cao might just annex you just like that. So get the guarantee so that he won't annex you. So same thing that I would do if I were to play as Zhang Liao and Zhang Pa, or let's say like Zou Yuan, Ma Chao, and whoever that he has as vessel. So you can secure your you can just secure your situation. Like you can secure your vessel ship, so it is actually quite good. Oh yeah, before I forgot, I need to make sure that I get my Yunlu, and one of the alright, you get over here. So I'll just give you this and give you this. It should be enough. Alright. So who was it that I needed as? Cao Xu. Yeah. Alright. Cool. Good. So now the thing is, if you were to look at your faction chord screen, previously you have like a few options to choose from this side, but now the model actually add like force movement, force recruitment, tech formation, infantry, and cavalry, and arrow production. So this is actually quite a good addition for the Cao Ren's mechanic, which is preparation. So you have, first of all, you have war within, and how many stages were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 stages. So the first stage is war within, and this is the worst that you will get, the worst buffs, debuffs that you will get. Next up you have on many fronts, and next up caught off guard, alerted, preparing for war, provisions for the empire, and lastly on the 7th stage, prepared for all. So as you've seen just now in my first epic fail, if you lose you get a certain amount of deduction. It is 50 if I'm not mistaken, but if you win you get around 40 plus. I think I forgot, I didn't look at it because I didn't care about it so much. Alright, we'll just ignore all this, and yeah, basically as with Cao Xiu as your faction heir, you can see that now you have a 30% replenishment rate, so it is quite good actually for you. And is there a possibility that it might be a threat to us? Maybe, but yeah. So these are the faction mechanics and your starting position. We will now go into our turn 2, which is our units, the introduction. Let me just build something just in case. No, we don't need to build any building for now. Well, I don't wish to fight, but eventually I have to fight this. Okay, so this is an unfortunate situation where we have found into, but no worries, we can pull this off. These are the garrison units which we don't need. All we need is 2 tiger cubs. Sorry if I actually, yeah, this is tiger cavalry. I'm sorry if my right click isn't doing well because my mouse actually fell and was damaged, so bear with me. You can't see now, but I'm experiencing some of the worst shit. We'll just put some skills here. 弓箭手注意，做好准备。骑兵注意，听命。弓箭手准备，准备好了，挺住，准备就绪，准备开战。在。鼓起勇气。So you'll be standing here. 准备就绪。You'll be standing here, and I'll be putting this here. create here, and create here. And the word I'll put here. Let us just start. I'll be triple splitting everything. We don't need to do much when it comes to battle. You can easily defend this city actually. It is not that hard. It is just a... Oh my god. Okay, what are you doing? Just go here. Anyone willing to do? No. One, two, three. Boom. Just go. So unit wise, I can tell you first you have your basic Tiger Cup and the Tiger Leopard Cavalry for Cao Ren, which he inherited from Cao Cao. So early game wise, you might not want to play too much of the Cav, because due to how unless you are actually a Cav master, the rest of the time please don't do it. If you're not good at the cavalry tactics or maneuvering, you don't have the time to maneuver, just please don't. And yeah, I'll just simply do some hammer and anvil tactics, which is actually the most effective of all tactics.
Ha！敌军士兵正在溃逃。
So the very first thing that you need to make sure is, before you do anything, just make sure that you defeat Lei Xu, so that they won't be a pain in the future, especially during turn 2, which by this time they should be severely weakened after multiple charges. Since there is no more archers, I think I can do my frontline. And just simply charge them. Make sure you kill off Lei Xu. Make sure you guys go here. Make sure that they don't ever come back. Kill them. Hello, kill them. Alright, please kill them. Cats, please get out.
仓皇逃窜，一群懦夫。
If you can charge, just charge. Doesn't matter the casualties. Just make sure that they are dead. Alright. Just charge. And you guys just get in there. Then Nathan morale loss. If Lei Xu ever gets back, go back and kill him. Alright, now go back there. you. Keep charging. So you might want to make sure that you have a clean fight, which is even post battle you just like kill anyone that survives. Even if you didn't manage to kill them all, so just do whatever you can. Yeah, make sure don't leave a lot of guys be like we are surviving and stuff. Make sure they all die. She died. But you can choose to like do a clean fight. But since this is the preview, so I won't do the entire clean fight. You can always do it. It's up to you. You can always not do it because you might need your preparation in the next battle. Alright, so we are back. 47 loss, alright, so it wasn't a rough one. Oh yeah, 40 preparation. So we'll just take whatever that we can replenishment. I don't care about money. Money you can earn every time. At any time. When you are too weak, everybody will try to declare war on you. Alright, so we are in a positive. Wow. So 25 changed this turn, 35 from family members, plus 10 from stances, so we got 45. Oh, nice. Now we are back. We are in turn 2. So let us have a look at our units. We have Tiger and Leopard Cavalry, Gallant Rangers, Heavy Tiger. Alright, we'll be looking at Gallant Rangers today because I believe most of you have already seen before the Tiger and Leopard Cavalries as well as Tiger Cups, which were introduced in the latest DLC. Can you actually recruit them? Alright, so Gallant Rangers. There is a recruitment limit or the unit capacity of 2, and they are actually an all-rounder, has a ranged weapon, but they are vulnerable to spears. So this is the newly added unit for Cao Ren, and as you can see, it is actually quite a good heavy sword cavalry. So if you have the economy, go for it. And if you don't have, then just if you don't have the economy right now, just don't go for it. And yeah, so this is basically what you'll be expecting as Cao Ren. So you have your starting position of Yunnan, which is, I would say, is quite hard, but at the same time not hard, depending on where you're going to invade. So you are now given 2 ways to attack out of the 3. So the first is, since you've taken Runan and you are just one step away from Jiangxia, the Xiyang, I think this is the farmland, farmland for Huangzu. So you can invade. It should. Yeah, it is still quite a. I'm not sure if Huang Zu is not a real threat here, but Gan Ning is. So this is a bit. Yeah, but if you have the confidence, if you actually have the confidence, go after Jiang Xia. If not, I would suggest you go for Liu Bei, who is at war with Cao Cao, and Cao Cao will eventually send troops down, but we are not sure if he will actually invade Nanyang. So, because like you can clearly see his main stack is still on the north in Bai, and he needs to destroy Yuan Shang and Pa Dun, so he will be losing the port soon. Weak. Yeah, so basically it's up to you. You can decide who you are going to invade next, and this sums up the introduction for. I'm not sure if Cao Ren has a unique building. I don't think so. He has a unique building here, but it's fine. Maybe I can actually propose to the modder to add unique buildings for Cao Ren, but overall this is the faction introduction for Cao Ren. So next up, we'll be looking at Zou Yuan, which if I am actually motivated, I might do it tonight, or if I am not motivated, I'll do it tomorrow afternoon. Depends on my mood. But overall, once Zou Yuan is complete, that sums up the patch 0.5 introduction for the Xiliang warriors, Xiliang warlords, Zou Yuan, and Cao Ren. As for Lei Xi, yes, I'll be making sure that when Lei Xi finally gets a new update for his resource and stuff, I'll be doing his introduction. And notable and something that I have to tell you guys is, as for the moment, the modder himself is focusing south, especially factions like Zhou Yu, Sun Quan, and Sun Fen. So that might be for 0.6, and when the patch for 0.6 is out, I'll be doing their faction intros as well. And yeah, this is basically all for today, and I'll see you in the next one then. Bye!